Hello there and welcome back to Hermitcraft. We are back, as you can see, on the Alphacraft server today, and I've got a couple of things planned for this episode. First of which is something that's just over my shoulder there, and that is Bastions. So we found a couple of Bastions whilst we were looking for an appropriate place to mine, last episode. So this is what we're going to be doing first and foremost, checking out some of these Bastions and seeing what loot we can pillage from them. So don't go anywhere and let's get on with the video. Now I've flown over to the very first of the Bastions, the one that's right by our base, to see what's here. I hope that nobody has looted this already, but we'll find out pretty soon. So there's a chest just down there, and what I'm going to do is start having a look around. Now I'm not going to be too fussed about the piglins, and now as I understand it, if they can't see you opening a chest, then they're okay with that. But it does look, based on how this is generated, that we are going to have to be mining through a little bit to some places. So let's see what we've got in here. First and foremost, we've got some gilded blackstone, crying obsidian, and we don't really need the rest. We've got some obsidian's always useful. So yeah, there's the first of the chests that we've got here. Now we could have brought a hopper, but like I say, I'm not too fussed about the things. Now let's just dump off some of the stuff we don't need, these for example, so that we can keep our inventory nice and clear. And I have got some gold ingots just in case. And now we've got to try and find a way through really to another area of this. So hopefully just by staircasing down a little bit we can give ourselves an escape route if we do come into trouble. And hopefully this has got some more treasure that we can find as well. Be very disappointing if it didn't have anything. Now I have got, as you saw, my full armor on, just in case. But here we are. There's some piglins. They seem happy enough. Doesn't seem to be anything on this area, so maybe this hasn't generated fully. Let's see, here we go. This is the way inside. It's a bit better. These are deliberately kind of quite perilous for you to get in to make it worth your while out there in terms of finding anything. So no, nothing here. Let's go to the next bit, and they are also lots of areas that the piglins can potentially knock you off as well. So right, that's odd. That is very odd. Hopefully this basalt here hasn't just generated somewhere where we can't get in. Now there is an area down there as well. Ooh, a little hunt going on there. I wonder if we'll get to see the dance. Let's just pop down and see. Actually, no, those poor little piglins didn't survive. There is some warped fungus there, which is quite useful because that saves us. These guys not having knockback really does make it quite difficult, because you normally think, oh, I can knock them back a little bit and then you can survive the attack, but actually they just keep coming. So like that, for example, that's the most that you can send them flying, and they do actually send you flying quite a way, particularly with their main attack. So let's head now down into the depths of this bastion. I am led to believe that some of these can be tunnels that pretty much lead nowhere. So you get a bit of gilded blackstone, but aside from that, they don't really go anywhere. Let's block down. I don't think this goes anywhere. Let's just dig out a little bit just in case. Don't think this is going to come out anywhere. There's some magma, some gold. I can hear some lava somewhere, so I won't dig too far there. But no, nothing on this particular area, and I will need to, I believe, block up again just to get out of this. Eat some food and see what's in this other section. Is there anything through here? I don't believe so. It doesn't look like there is. Let's just block down a bit here and get through this to see if we can get anything. But that, I believe, is the torch that we just saw. But I don't think that this goes anywhere. No. That just takes us down to exactly where we were. So yeah, a bit of a labyrinth, but without anything on this side. Let's head down this way. Nope, nothing here either. So this looks like a little bit of a bust, to be honest, this first bastion. Luckily we did find some more, so we'll be able to at least check out some of the treasure. But yeah, I will kind of give this a bit more of an explore and then just come back to you if I find anything. Now, just a short hop and a skip away from the previous bastion, we've got this next one. Now again, this one I'm not entirely sure, but with lava in the middle, this could be a treasure bastion. Those are the best ones, but I will still see, and hopefully, yeah, it's not great. But yeah, this one's quite tall, quite a big bastion, this one. And again, it's just a case of trying to work out. Now this one could be a stables, is it? Let's have a look down there with the cheaty zoom key. No, this is one of the living ones, I think, but we can see a chest down there already, so that's good. I've put my full armor back on again. I've got my teddy bear in my hand just in case, but yeah, just to try and find where these chests are now. Lots of little drops and things like this. Possibly this might be the only way for me to actually get through, aside from maybe mining through. Now, you can never quite tell if there is a way for you to get through in these things, because they're a bit of a mess. Deliberately so, of course. But yeah, they're just a bit of a mess to actually navigate, and I will try and get down here, see if I can make it through, but that may mean that I need to just do a drop down. Let's just see if there's anything this way. Anything this way? Nope. And just down there. Right, let's use this wall to our advantage, and then we can get down through. I'd rather mine down than just drop, just because you don't really know what you've got at the bottom. And that, yeah, we wouldn't want to come into a hoglin and then suddenly, so these, right, we have got a couple of these big loot chests here, which is great, and doesn't look like there's too many piglins around here, so I might just get rid of this piglin, as he's the only one. Obviously I'll get rid of this hoglin, because he's obviously been fighting anyway. Make sure I'm shifting. But I might just get rid of this dude. See if any others show up, and then that means that I can hear some a little bit. I can hear some that might be a little bit angry, but what I'm going to do is create myself a safety barrier. Now, I think some of them might have fallen off there, which is good. These places, comes 1.162, are going to get massively more dangerous. Is that a broken portal over there? It is. That's the one that I raided in the past. Raided that one on a stream. But yeah, when you get the equivalent of the Vindicators, the brutes, they are gonna be some serious trouble. Just because they attack absolutely everybody for no good reason other than they're angry and they've got ridiculous health. And so they only spawn once, but they're gonna be in these bastions, and yeah, they're gonna be trouble. So you'll need to kind of create killing chambers, get rid of those before you do any of this looting. Now that guy, I think let's just be safe and wall off just that, just so there's no line of sight. Because if they haven't got line of sight, then there's nothing that they can do. And what do we have here? We've got some gilded blackstone, some more obsidian, some soul speed 3. I'll take those. Is there anything that I can drop off? Not at the moment. And then the big one. Let's see what we've got in here. More gold, more obsidian, chains, gold helmet, lots of iron, but nothing especially fancy. So yeah, that again, was hoping for a little bit of netherrack insert one of these, but nothing so far. Now to go and find my way down to the next level, which looks like it could be somewhere along here. He doesn't look like he's angry at me. Yeah, making sure you've got a pickaxe that you can mine down is essential in these, because you can always go on the walkways at the edge. But to be honest, that's a bit dangerous and precarious for my liking. You don't manage to stay in Zero Death Club by doing things like that. I mean, I've already had a couple of close calls with some of these piglin folk in the past, so I just avoid them as much as I can and then just make all of the areas as safe as possible. There's quite a collection of those guys there, so this isn't a place to anger them. Definitely. It's a convention. It's like a convention. So let's just see. This is where I was. That's where I need to get to. These guys quite happily chill in there, but I don't really want them to be in my way, ideally. Let's see. Can I place a block down there? Yes, I can. And then what we're going to do is just drop down. And then we can mine down this way. So we've got a platform to mine down to wherever it is they are coming. And we're safe again. Safe inside in the stone. So let's head out this direction and see what we can find. I don't know. It's quite difficult in these because it's still a case of getting used to where all of the treasure spawns. And the chests do seem a little bit random. I'll knock some poke holes through. Don't want to knock it too far through though. So those guys are there and you can stay there. Thank you. Thank you very much. Right, let's keep those guys there. Oh, Harglin. Missed it. Get out of here. Bows, I would definitely say, are much more sensible to take against hoglins than a sword. Just because of their knockback defense, it really isn't something that you want to try really. So hopefully there'll be a chest in here somewhere. Gilded Blackstone, don't really need that at the moment. These tend to be dead ends and take you on a merry dance. Nope, nothing on this one. And it all looks the same a little bit as well with the Blackstone. So yeah, I suppose they are kind of, the piglins are a little bit minatory, aren't they? So just hanging out in their bastions, but nothing down this area. Anything down here? There's a tree. Ooh, there's potentially some gold down there, which we can go and explore in a second. Just a regular old zombie pigman. can't see any piglins here, but I would imagine that there will be some gold. So yeah, chiseled blackstone normally equals gold. So let's get down level with this. There should be some gold somewhere in this area. No? How bizarre. I thought that was one of the things that you did often get. Oh well. Right, so can't get out that way. Which way did I come from? Up here. Yeah, these things are really a maze. And I need to get over to this bit, so let's see if I can bridge out and build up here. Because there is a chest that I can see. Fill in that hole and just cover up some of these as well if I can, just to make it as safe as possible. Because yeah, my last ditch thing of the potion of fire resistance, I would rather not use it if I could help it. Ooh, oh look, we've got a little strider who's obviously lost his pigman who was riding him. Yeah, that's the first time I've seen one of those. That's cool. So we've got a chest here, chest there, chest down by this nether wart, lots of piglins. I'm actually in quite a, well, precarious position here. Let me fill in some of the holes, at least. Now what I could do is take out these piglins and then it's going to be much easier, because quite a lot of them are actually then going to kill themselves in the lava. I think that's the majority of them. Oh! So, potion of fire resistance saved the day there. They're still under the lava, burning up, but now it's swimming up to the surface. Oh, and there's actually quite a lot of them there. So there's no pillars around here, which is also quite an annoyance, because actually getting back out of this lava is quite troublesome, because there's literally no way. These things just float on top of the lava. Which is really not ideal. That's one thing to remember when you're taking these out. Now, I did think I could make that jump, but there was probably quite a few more piglins than I thought there were. Right, let's see. We're out of the lava now, it's fine. Got some of the piglins there. And have we got nothing worth taking in here? No, we haven't. Right. Now the question is, are they still angry? I don't know. There is a hoglin there. And I will take him out. Yeah, that was the thing that almost messed me up a little bit, was the fact that these things just float on the lava. And that is really, really useful information to have. Because if they didn't float in the lava... See, these guys are now okay with me. They're chill. I'll just go near him just in case. Yeah, if this didn't float in the lava, then you would be able to get back out again. But that's the problem, is once you're under, there's no way to climb back out. So, yeah. Learn from my slight mistake there. But we survived, and what we need to do as well is see how much time we've got. 4.5 minutes of fire resistance potion, but what I am going to do is put some of these things away, block this off, and get another potion of fire resistance out just in case, because that again is a lifesaver. Block this whole place off, make it a bit more secure. Yeah, and that'll be good. Here we go, and then now that this is secure, I will place down my ender chest and hope that there's no ones that mysteriously spawn. So I don't know if they have social spawning, because they did seem to be just like randomly coming out of nowhere. So this time I've created myself a complete safety box. Now this is in the middle bit, yeah, let's see if we get any decent loot in this one. So we've got a Curse of Vanishing crossbow, some gold, and that's it. So there's not really much in these loot chests, to be honest. Listen out for any of the piglins, make sure that they haven't gone crazy, but they shouldn't do anything if they can't see us. I have preemptively taken a potion of fire resistance again, a second one, because I've got loads of them. I mean, you might as well. It's better to be safe than sorry. And that was obviously a very good idea that I had that on my hotbar previously, just because, yeah, the key thing to do is just try and get to an edge. And by an edge, I do mean like somewhere that is netherrack edge, because I just did some testing on some of the netherrack, and it looks like these deliberately generate with hollowing out the netherrack underneath. So even when netherrack generates in one of these, as soon as you get to the lava level, there are no blocks for you to do anything to get out. So you either need the presence of mind to swim out of one of these things if you're close enough to an edge, and again I believe that that's probably floating right the way on lava as well, which is not great. Which also means that your items, if you do... Hello, what do you want? I know I'm going to steal your chest, but you shouldn't know that yet. But yeah, if you do die and your items are under there, then you're never actually going to be able to get those back. They're going to despawn before you can actually dig down to them, unless they're netherite, which obviously they will float and not burn up anyway. But if they are netherite, it'll be a right pain to actually find the place that you are trying to get back to them. The other thing that would be sensible to do is get out. Yeah, the other thing that would be sensible to do potentially would be to get to the floor, swim down, and then pillar straight up. But again, you need quite a lot of presence of mind to actually do that. So yeah, I wouldn't necessarily suggest it. And these things are full of pitfalls. Definitely dangerous places. And they definitely make the Nether a scarier place. So let's get through to this chest. Let's see what we can do in terms of blocking this off. So let's get this just blocked off from all of the piglins. That's the key thing, is just them not having any way to get to you. Have I got any more blocks? Not many. And I will need to get some more blocks out whilst I'm getting this one. But Let's just make sure we've got a full wall off. And there we go. And there's no holes anywhere that we can see. And then we can check this chest as well. A mending crossbow. I suppose I'll take that. I mean, it's a crossbow with mending on, isn't it? We don't really need magma creams. Again, don't really need anything. I've not been very impressed at all with the loot in these. Now, I know that the treasure bastions are the ones that have got lots of stuff in, but to be honest, that's just a bit disappointing. But whilst I'm in here, I will get some more blocks out. And I've got some, and another potion of fire resistance, just so I've got something there. But yeah, I'll come back to you because these two are probably going to be enough of the Bastion raiding. There was another one, but I don't think I took a screenshot of where it was. So I think that these two are going to be it for today, but we might get a group of alphas together to come and raid some more of these. So I've come back now, hello Mr. Piglin, from the cheaty zoom key. Bastion, that was the big one that we raided over there. You can see some of the netherrack and the cobble that we left over there. And one of the things that I discovered on my way out as a hypothesis is that although your hoglins have knockback resistance, if you have punch on your bow, that still seems to affect them in the same way. So actually, if you have got punch, what you can do, and I'll see if there's any over here just to demonstrate, is shoot them off stuff, because they tend to sort of hang around, particularly on that one, which was the stables that we've got over there. And that there is the same one. So those are the two that we did a little bit of raiding on. And still many more that we can raid. But if we can find a hoglin over here in this Crimson Forest, I will try and demonstrate. But yeah, if you shoot them with a punch 2 bow, then in my experience they do fly off things, and that in itself is a really useful thing to know, because getting your bow out is much better when they're close by than getting your sword out, because it actually does the job of pushing them away. Let's have a look over here. So I don't think there are any. I think there's too many zombie pigmen that are spawned in this particular area. Come on, Mr. Hoglin, anywhere? Probably one of the only times that I'll be like, I want a hoglin, but nope, none of them. I will take one of these whilst I'm here, because I haven't had one of those, and one of these as well. Yeah. Just because if you place, the other thing is if you have got quite a lot of the hoglins around, and you place down one of those warped funguses, then it will scare them away. Either that, or if you place down a zombie pigman, if you've got one of those in your pocket, then well, that's for the piglins more so than them. So always carry a warped fungus in your pocket, and always carry a zombie pigman in your pocket, and then you can't go far wrong. Now that's, yeah, YOLO. Oh, feather falling boots. Yeah, I think that's enough nether stress for today. Again, quite a close call. I don't know what I got down to, maybe 4 hearts, something like that. And actually those 4 hearts were coming from the fact that because I was just underneath the surface, all of the pigmen were still able to shoot me, rather annoyingly, through the lava. It wasn't actually the lava that was doing me the damage, because I've got decent protection on my stuff. So yeah, that's one thing to know as well, is actually they shoot you through the lava, which is a bit of a pain. So you could think, oh, I'm safe under here, and then they come along and take you out. So not ideal, but here we are, heading back safe and sound with a little bit of loot, quite a lot of gold, to be honest, more gold from the first one, and then nothing apart from a close call from the second one. Whilst I was on my way back, I thought I'd just come into my makeshift slime farm, my beacon mining area, because there seem to be at least a couple of slime chunks under here for the number of slimes I see spawning. And yes, that was one of the things I was trying to get hold of. Slime heads, but also the slimes. Good practice for taking out magma cubes as well, to come in and see if you can kill these guys. Oh, there we go. But yeah, I've not got too much slime, so those slime balls are actually quite useful. And what I will... Is that a slime there that's stuck there? Yeah, we just saw some spawn in. And he went miles there. Practicing hitting the mobs is always useful. And these guys hit quite hard. Not as hard as their cousins from the Nether, but they do still hit quite hard. Let's get some slimes. Oh, big lag spike there. Yep, another one. And another slime head. That's good. Always like a good slime head. That's always nice. Cool. Cool. Right, that's enough of that. That's a little bit of extra slime. An extra 2 slime heads. And back safe and sound from some Bastion raiding. Now on to the next little thing that I want to do, which is put a little entrance in the bank that I mentioned previously. Poor Frosty and Candy Cane. Yeah, put an entrance in the bank that allows me to get down to an area that I'm going to mine out underneath. It's going to be a big storage area, and potentially we'll have some farms and things like that, maybe some villager trading. Anything that I basically need that I don't want to be on the surface because it will interfere with my Wild West town, I'm going to put in the ground, basically underground, so that'll be good. Right, the slime goes in here. Hello, and I'm back over in Deadwood now. At these 2 buildings, a bank and a sheriff's office. Yeah, they're a little bit lonely. So firstly, I want to be making some form of a piston door from the bank down to what is going to be a big area underneath. But also, I'm going to be building a new building over here, just next to the sheriff's office. So yeah, I'm going to get started now, but first of all, it looks like the sun's about to go down behind the hill over there, so I am going to head to bed before any of the nasties come out. So after a little bit of building and some killing of mobs, because this area, if you forget to sleep at night, is a complete nightmare for mobs, I present to you Trader Joe's, the latest in the town of Deadwood. So let's give you a little bit of a look around. So here we've got a slightly wider boardwalk because we've got some nice chests, well, barrels going on with some wares outside the shop. Then inside we've got a variety of various different products for all of the fine citizens of Deadwood. They can take their money out of the bank and then bring it right over here to spend it, including we've got a little ender chest hidden there. I'm not sure that they need that in Deadwood, but just in case. Oh, a bit too close there. This is going to be the another one of the routes down to our little secret area. And then if we go up here, the owner of the shop, of course, needs somewhere to sleep. So there is a little fully functioning living area here. So with a couple of furnaces, a smoker, yeah, everything that they could possibly need to run their shop, with some nice little views out here over across the mountains. So yeah, I think they'll be happy there. And all is good. All is good here. So now the last thing I'm going to do is basically just come to the bank and then work a little bit on the on the way to get down to what is going to be sort of the underground base part of this area. So what follows here is a classic example of why you shut your doors. We have a Bob just hanging around outside because I was underground and couldn't really sleep. And yeah, as you can see, he has a little bit of a look around to see if it makes sure nobody's looking, and then decides to trespass. Yeah, unfortunately, he trespassed right the way through the building, right to me, and this is what happened. Thank goodness for blast protection, that's all I can say. Now, I've been doing a little bit of work here inside the bank. So if we come through, I will show you what I've been doing. So as we enter, everything still looks lovely and inviting, staff only here. We come up to this private door and head into the vault. The first thing I've done is obviously I've added a lot more gold since we managed to pick up quite a lot more gold from the piglins earlier, so that's fantastic. But apart from that, yeah, everything looks fine. Open the chest, nothing in the chest. It's all good. However, if we come out here again, let that door close, and if we look under here, don't tell the other alphas, of course. If we look underneath here, then there is a little lever that we have. And if we pull that lever, you'll hear some pistons, and as if by magic, we've got ourselves a little secret tunnel that will go down into our underground base here. So yeah, really pleased with how this went. Very limited space, so couldn't do what I was originally intending, but managed to work out a way around it, and I will just kind of let you know how this actually works. So this here has got a piston underneath it, a sticky piston, and that will obviously retract that down. Now likewise, this gold block here also has a sticky piston behind it, so you can see that retracts it, and that's what gives us this very basic entrance here. And those are just powered by some pistons, and they've got some redstone lamps on the blocks attached to them, so that they are by default powered. However, when we press this lever, and this is actually doing the opposite now, when we press that lever, it pushes a redstone block that powers the blocks that have the redstone torches and then turns those off, which then means that the pistons will open. So just to show you again, doing that, it all opens up, and yeah, fantastic. Really happy with how that's gone. So yeah, all in all, been quite a busy episode. Let me close that so nobody knows, and you wouldn't know to look at it. Let me, before I forget, pop this back in here, close that down. I've just tried to hide it as much as I can. This building is kind of one block higher than the ground, so it made it a bit difficult doing clever things there. So yeah, I have just got the lever on the floor, but I wanted that as a power source. And coming out here now, and we have a look at, I'll take all of my stuff off. We can have a look at the now improved street that we've got going on here for the Wild West town. And I'm really pleased with Trader Joe's. Glad that managed to get some of the Bastions raided as well. Had a couple of close calls in the episode today, but all in all, really happy with how it's gone. So with that being said, thank you very much for watching. Please do make sure that you check out all of the fantastic other alphas. All of their details are in the description down below. If you've enjoyed the video, make sure that you hit that like button and leave me a comment to let me know. It really does help. And also make sure above all that you do hit that subscribe button. So all that's left to be said is thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time on Craft. Bye. Ooh, XPs. More XPs.